Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. How are you today? You know how this works, but you asked for something a little bit different than what I usually do, so I pushed it back a couple days thinking about it, whether I should, whether I shouldn't. I always have people ask questions, and I ask them your questions, but I cannot make them answer. I can not force them to do anything they do not want to do. I can't twist their arm. So I thought, so it's been bothering me. I keep looking at this going, So I thought, okay, I'm going to go ahead and do it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. We'll just find out. But it's totally up to him. Totally up to him. It's their show. I let them do or say whatever they think they need to. They tell us what we need to know, not always what we want to know. So, you know how this works, and it's a non-exact science, so you might have to stretch this one out of the box a little bit. I always say that this is not perfect the way we communicate. So, I'm a little uncomfortable asking him to do it this way, but we'll just see how it goes. It's his show. So, we're going to talk to Jeffrey. He says, I love you, son. Closer. Don't forget the good times we had. Hang on. Oh, when they get close, I itch. Okay. He says, if I ever even thought about spanking you, it was only because I love you. He's not saying he did. He's just saying if I ever thought about it, if I ever got frustrated enough or whatever, if I ever thought about it, it's only because I loved you. He said, but I didn't need to. You're just such a good kid. A little on the ornery side. Hell, he says you're going to be bold and beautiful. Airy fairy. Airy fairy, don't know what that means. He says you have to remember the good moments. Just play the good moments over and over and over. Don't listen to all the rumors. Think about how you and I felt just in our moments. In our moments, think about our connection, how we felt. I am still there beside you. I walk and talk with you, and you know that. He says you don't have to tell anybody else. That's up to you. You feel, everybody feels energy different. We are energy when we leave. We don't have this heavy body. Sorry, they make me itch. And it's always just my head. I don't know why. But like my whole head is tingling like crazy. But you feel like this warmth next to you. Like one side of you will feel kind of warm. You might feel a little bit of pressure, like it's not like me taking my hands and pushing on you, but just I always tell people it's like a balloon. It's like kind of like a balloon, big balloon kind of. There's a fullness. There's a warmth. You feel him standing there. He's making it very, very strong so he can make sure that you feel it. So if it gets too hot, tell him. I promise you 1,000% he can hear you. He can see you. You just can't always hear and see him. Although I feel like you do sometimes. And it's perfectly normal. Don't know how old you are. The younger, ow, ow, anything that happens to me during a reading is for you. Inside my left leg, kind of almost in the groin area. It was, I don't know what the heck that was. It hurt. It was on my leg, but it like really, really, really hurt, like a really hard push, push, push. But it was on the inside of my leg. So if he does something like that, tell him that hurt. Back off just a little bit. I mean, he's trying too hard. I've never had a pain there, and that spot hurt like that. So I always ask them for something unique, just for you, something different than everybody else gets. He says you're always kind of looking over your shoulder, like looking back, because you feel him there, and you're kind of looking like, oh, I feel like somebody's there, but I don't see anything. So you definitely know that there's something there, and it's him. He says you have a big heart. You are a great kid. He shows me you slamming your fist into your pillow in anger, frustration. He says rage. That's perfectly normal. Let it process. All right, he's going through the why did you leave me? Why did you leave me? Why did you leave me? Anger. Um, okay. Okay. Well, he says I didn't leave on purpose. Know that I'm always going to be one of your strongest guardians. So like I said, I promise you he can hear you. Talk to him. Talk to him all you want to. Ask him to stand by you. Oh, he says you're mad at him. That will subside. He wants to help. Again, he keeps saying, talk to me. Don't shut me out. You're going to be a very strong young man. And he's showing you standing up very straight, very strong, very, like, he says determined. Determined in many ways. You won't let this take you down. You will find a way to use this for a better purpose. Not sure exactly what he means by that, other than it feels like maybe you're going to use this to help other people, or maybe this experience is going to make you stronger, or make you do something to help others that have gone through it, or something like that. He said it's going to eventually propel you through life. You play some kind of sports. He's showing sitting in a stadium even now, like outside. It's like a football field. I don't know that for sure that it's football, but he's showing watching you at some kind of sporting event. Now, this could just be his way of showing that he goes and watches you, or it could be exact. I know that sounds a little wishy-washy. He's watching you run around on a field. Soccer? Maybe it's not football, maybe it's soccer. Anyway, we're not gonna throw it off by but he's at these events even now. Cheering you on. He says, know that you have an angel by your side, not just me. If you feel like you need a little extra help, call on them. You don't have to know which ones. They'll know which one needs to show up. No, I can't come back. But it's okay because I'm going to help you from here. Okay, he's holding up. I can't even tell if it's a blanket. It almost looks like a piece of material because I can't see all of it. But it's kind of a plaid. It's kind of a checkerboard plaid kind of. Just looks right now. It looks like a piece of cloth. It could be a rug. It could be a blanket. It could be something. They never waste a message. There's always a reason for whatever they show or say. I will never leave your side. Even though you think I already have. He says you're kind of sitting in silence. He says that's okay to a point, but you do need to talk. Even if you talk to yourself. And talking to yourself, you're still talking to him because he can hear you. You don't even have to talk out loud. We can talk telepathically, if you know what that means. Somehow I feel you're kind of young. He's doing this and flexing his muscles. See where he's going with this. Again, he says you're going to be a very strong young man. You will fight against bullies. And I don't think he means that bullies are going to come around and pick on you. I think he means you're going to stand up for people that get bullied. You're going to fight against that type of behavior, watching other people get bullied. You're not going to put up with it. Do you have a puppy? Or are you wanting to get a puppy? He's showing you with a puppy. Looks like it's going to be a larger dog. I mean, it kind of looks like a Labrador puppy or something. Short-haired, light-colored puppy that looks like it's all snuggly. So if you don't have one, you've been thinking about getting one, whether he's going to put one in front of you. Not sure where he's going with that. Maybe it would be good for you to snuggle and hold. Ooh, don't get me in trouble with Mom. She may not want one. Somebody you can snuggle and sleep with. He says, keep smiling. You have a beautiful smile. The world will be rosy again. I will be by your side like your own personal angel. Sometimes he's going to ruffle your hair. Not quite like a noogie, because those kind of hurt, but more like just ruffling the top of your hair, so you should feel that. And I don't know exactly how you will feel it. Everybody feels it different. So you could just kind of feel your hair move or tickle like mine does when they get real close and I start itching. But he's on top of your head. It could feel like a warmth. You could just feel like your hair move like when I'm touching mine now. You can feel that. Or you could actually feel it. The whole thing. Like I said, everybody feels it different. All of them do it different. So I don't know for sure exactly, positively, 100% how you're going to feel it. So know when that happens, know that that's Dad. Validate him, acknowledge him, tell him you love him, and ask him to bring you more signs if you want more signs. Also, when you feel him beside you, let him know that you know that's him. It helps you get more signs if you want them. If you want this connection, that's your free will choice. You don't have to. He says you do want to. It's a different, it's still a relationship with them. It's just different. It's more like having a relationship on the phone or something. It's you just don't have the body to hug, if that makes sense. He has a big smile on his face. He says it's a long distance relationship. And it'll be okay. Eventually. He's showing that they are helping to heal your heart. And know that you have many guides, many angels, plus loved ones on the other side that can help you. Just ask them for help. He says you can even ask them for help with your math. So you must still be in school. You can ask them for help with your math. And then all of a sudden the correct answer pops in your head, or somebody sitting next to you will go, hey, You need some help with that problem? Let me show you how to do it. Things like that will pop up. But you need to ask them because they can't just jump in there and make you do everything that you're supposed to the correct way or everything be 100% perfect. You got to ask them for help, give them permission. Something about your hair, but not ruffling the hair, but something about your hair, like you want to cut it different, or you just cut it different, or maybe you want to put some crazy color on the top of it. Something about doing something different with your hair. So he's trying to validate that it's him. He's calling you a miracle child. He's not explaining why he's calling you that. I don't know if maybe your mom had trouble when she was pregnant. He's not elaborating. He says to keep putting one foot in front of the other. You have to keep putting one foot in front of the other. He says you can't stop now. You got a long ways to go. He says you're confused right now. And he's holding his hand out to you and he's saying, let me help guide you. And you're kind of like, no, I'm pissed off. This world will never be perfect. But you can have your perfect spot in it. And it doesn't matter what's going on out there. Out there, out of your bubble, out of your house or whatever. I don't know how to explain that for sure. That you can make your spot perfect. As perfect as it can be. He's saying make good grades. Make good grades, even though it's not about the grades. It's about, say it again. It's about the learning aspect of achieving something higher. So as far as like, if you make all F's, you're not even trying. That type of thing. If you make all A's, which I would never put that pressure on anybody. If you make all A's, then you're actually working towards something. You're achieving something, which will help you later in life achieve more, achieve higher, higher goals. It's giving me a thumbs up. So it's not just about, he's making me itch, sorry. It's not just about making good grades. It's about achieving higher goals, pushing yourself higher to a larger goal. He's kind of hesitating when he's saying words. I think I know I look like I got the heebie-jeebies. I wish they quit making me itch. I don't itch until I push the button, then I start itching. I want you to know how deeply I love you. So now we have a spiritual connection. Be good to your mom. She's a good person. She loves you very much. We both do. And don't forget to be kind. He says, don't be a wuss, but be kind. There is a difference. I keep hearing the word golf, so I don't know if he golfed or you golf or somebody close to you. Something about golf. He's not showing me though. I just keep hearing the word. Sometimes I just throw words out. And he's back to the word perfect, talking about the word perfect. He said, you will never be perfect. Everybody makes mistakes. And they need to be forgiven for their mistakes. But most of all, everybody, and he's not just talking about you, he says everybody should be able to forgive themselves for mistakes. Because everybody makes them. He says it's part of learning. It's part of learning what not to do. If it hurts, don't do it. Don't ever let somebody push you into something that doesn't feel right. That kind of hurts when you do it. Like if you were going to say a mean word to somebody, let's just say that. I know what he's talking about. And it just doesn't feel good in your gut, then you know it's not the right thing to do. Find what makes you happy. There's something that you play with in your room. I don't know if he's talking about. Well, my fingers want to do this. So I don't know if you have a PlayStation or what, but he wasn't showing me a PlayStation, but my fingers wanted to start doing this. Don't forget to communicate with the people around you. And he means like home, like real people, not just online. And don't forget to talk to me if you want to. You can yell at me. I can take it. And it's okay. So, sometimes we're what? Sometimes we're just dealt a hand. Kind of like that's destiny type thing. Play the cards they give you. And he means like in life. He's telling me, I got this, Rhonda. You don't need to put words in there. You're going to get a very sweet, sweet, sweet smell. I can't tell what it is, but a very sweet smell. So whenever you smell that, no matter where you're at, know that that's him letting you know he's there. So say, hi, Dad, I love you. Thank you. Bring me more. Everything will be worthwhile and will make sense later. It might be much later, but later. It'll make sense. And again, his energy is getting really strong next. This is my right side. Doesn't have to be the right side, but I always like to say for sure which side. So know that he's always around you. And he loves you very, very, very much. And I can actually feel the pressure on the side of my face. He's over here on this side. It's like almost like somebody pushing on my face. But I don't know that you're going to feel it that way. Exactly. Okay, with that, he's going to leave. He's going to leave you with those things. He says, you know he's there. Again, he says, just talk to me. All you want to. Okay, with that, he's going to leave. Making me itch again. He got really close. He's blowing kisses and talking about hugaboo, bugaboo. I don't know if he's trying to call you a nickname or what. I can't quite tell what the heck he's saying. Hugabee. I can't quite catch it. Okay. Much love to you guys. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. See you later.